I wanted something I could do for the rest of my life. I wanted something I could do from home or my laptop or completely virtual. And then I also wanted something that I could build on and build up that skill set for the rest of my life. And this is what it gave me. You probably haven't heard of this business model before. It's definitely slept on, and if you have heard of it, you've probably heard it from some like 50-year-old old head that's been doing it for their entire life. It's not some like trend like TikTok shop or drop shipping or like some crazy thing like crypto. No, it's completely different. A lot of old people doing this, but like a lot of new people, young people are also doing this as well. What this business model is, it's called commission farming. Now, I've been in pretty much every single business model there is. I've resold wholesale real estate, high ticket sales, trading, door to door, literally everything under the sun you can name. I've tried it all and I've failed at pretty much everything, including the business model I'm in now. But over the years, I've gathered like all this information. I've seen like how all these business models work, the ins and outs of them, the things that no one's actually going to tell you about, like how this works, all the bad things about the business model. And I've made this scale like showing pretty much everything. So the startup cost for commission farming, there's none. There's just probably like a license cost for high ticket sales. It's probably going to be low. You know, maybe you have to get on a placement agency. Trading in crypto, it's going to be extremely high. Door-to-door sales, you're going to need a license, and you'll probably need to relocate. You actually don't need a license for door-to-door sales. Wholesale real estate, very high. This was the longest one I was in. I wasted a ton of money, but the good thing about commission farming, there's no startup costs. You'll have to buy like a $50 license, and the monthly recurring revenue. There's overrides like when you build a team, and then there's also residuals from what you sell. Is it proven? Is it copycat? Yeah, literally just copy exactly what the top producer is doing step by step. The barriers to fail, the work ethic, plus, you have to be coachable. If you don't have a good work ethic and you're not coachable, this isn't going to work. Longevity, this is what I was talking about before. Like, I can do this for the rest of my life. So yeah, with high ticket sales, there's no monthly recurring revenue. You have no equity. You're not building your own business. Copycat, yeah, it just depends on if you're on a good offer. Barriers to fail, 9 times out of 10, you're probably just going to be on a shit offer. And there's no real longevity unless it's like your own offer. Trading in crypto, like startup, extremely high. There's no monthly or recurring revenue. Is it proven? No, it's guesswork. There's a ton of barriers to fail. If it's, with money you have, or if it's just emotional, and you must be extremely good. Like, this definitely takes a lot of time. Door-to-door sales, you're going to need to relocate. You're going to have to go live with a bunch of people that you don't know and that you don't like. And then walk all day in the sun. There's no monthly recurring revenue. Yeah, just copy. Like, is it proven? Is it copycat? Yeah, literally just copy exactly what the top producer is doing. Barriers to fair, relocating, injury, not year round, having to walk all day. Like, I really don't understand why people would do door to door. There's so many downsides to it. Like, I would never want to go be away from my family, go live somewhere for the summer, whatever it is. Longevity, yeah, there's definitely longevity in this. If you're at a good company, plus you build a team. Wholesale real estate, like startups, extremely high. There's no monthly recurring revenue because it's kind of just like you're getting paid once. Is it proven? Is it copycat? No, it's extremely difficult. There's a ton of different strategies all the time. It's saturated, but to be completely fair, a lot of all these business models are saturated. Saturation isn't really a thing. I feel like a lot of like lazy people just use that as an excuse on why they're not succeeding in that business model. Barriers to fail, legal issues. You never know when you're getting paid. Longevity, you must build your own company to have pretty much any sort of longevity in this. But what is commission farming? Okay, like, it's becoming a life insurance broker. So you probably heard of it. You probably know people in life insurance. You've probably heard stories about it, whatever. Maybe your dad does it. And so they pay $40 to $300 a month for protection, like a life insurance, like final expense. And then you get 75% of what they pay over the course of a year up front. And then you get residuals. So every time they keep their policy for a year, you get like 5 to 8%. It's not going to make you rich, but it is definitely nice once you've built up like a big book of business. It's a very, very low barrier of entry. All you need is a license and obviously a script. It's recession proof. So when in a recession, people actually buy more life insurance because they want to make sure their family is protected. It created the most. It creates the most millionaires statistically. The financial services industry creates the most millionaires. You can look it up on ChatGPT, whatever it is. Life insurance has created the most millionaires from $0 to $1 million in their bank account. But yeah, the multi-million dollar potential, your business will stack over time. Like I just said with the residuals and like building a team that's your downline. Then you have passive income off your team once it gets to a certain point, and then you can also sell and exit your business because like I have a goal. I want to sell my business eventually, and there's extremely high commissions. We're not selling pest control. We're not selling bug spray for 35% commission. We're selling life insurance products for over 160% comp. So like if you close 3K, you make 1K the same day, and you don't have to fulfill anything. But if you close 50K in high ticket sales, you'll make like 18K. And if you close $100 a month, so the client pays $100 a month, and then once they make their first payment within 24 to 48 hours, you get 75% of that sent to your bank account, which is crazy. There's no other business model like this, which it's fucking insane. Like it's fucking insane that not everyone is immediately running to this business model. I have been through the hard shit in this business model. I still fall in love with it every single day. If you guys want to work with me, then DM me on IG. It's going to be in the bio. And yeah, if you guys need anything, DM me. Peace.